Well, good afternoon, my brothers and my sisters. Welcome to another Wednesday Wisdom Poetry. I am poet Sharaledon Brave, and it is so good to be before you today. I hope that your week has been good. Mine has been a great week thus far. So listen, I have a pretty special show for you this afternoon. I hope that you're able to hang with me for just a little bit longer than you usually do, but it's all good. As you know that we're coming up on Father's Day this coming Sunday, I will be doing some pieces to honor our men and our fathers. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to do things a little bit differently today. I usually start with invocation, but today I will be starting with a piece entitled Master of Love. Just go ahead and get my specs on. And just so that I'll be sure, is there anyone that can give me indication that I am actually live, that I am with you and you are with me? Thank you so much, Aunt Barbara. I can always count on you. I really do appreciate you. All right. So, Master of Love. I've learned to love and I've learned to live. I've learned it's not about what I get, but it's about what I give. I've learned that I will reap sooner or later whatever I sow. I've learned holding on to old baggage will eventually show. I've learned that to expect true love, I must first truly love me. I've learned that discerning spirit is greater than what the eye can see. I've learned control should not be an issue. It's not about who will yield. I've learned that the only games played should be on a board or on a field. I've learned that love sometimes hurt. I've learned it will always heal. I've learned that true love goes deeper than what I think I feel. I've learned that I can be patient, giving others their desired space. I've learned that we can love one another and not be in each other's face. I've learned to say thank you, Spirit Divine, for teaching me how to love. Acknowledging the master instructor teaches from consciousness above. Master of Love. So the first piece I would like to share with you is actually from my book, What Will I Tell My Children? Published in 2007, I believe, 2007. And excuse the light, let me adjust this light so it won't be reflecting the ring that I'm using for a little bit more lighting. Give me just a second here. Get it up and out. So hopefully it won't be in your face as much. All right, there we go. So the first piece is actually from page 82 for those of you who have the book, if you want to follow along. The first piece is entitled Man of. It is a man of character who helps his family grow, who teaches his children and others the lessons they need to know. It is a man of peace who carefully chooses his fight, who uses words of wisdom as his strength and his might. It is a man of conviction who steps squarely to the plate, courageously, not cowardly, relying on his faith. It is a man of compassion who helps his neighbors through, lending a sympathetic ear even when unsure what to do. It is a man of faith who gives God all the glory, grateful to the utmost for God enlarging his territory. Man of. I always look forward to doing this particular piece this time of year, if you excuse me for just a moment, because it pretty much summarizes what manhood is about and what manhood should be appreciated as. And I look forward, again, doing this piece this time of year. So the next piece is a piece entitled My Hero. And if I'm correct, I think I was actually commissioned to do My Hero by a young lady for her toddler son at the time, for his father. My hero. My heroes are far removed from our everyday existence. We cannot count on them when we're in need of assistance. But I find my hero in a very familiar surrounding, all because I'm the recipient of a very special bonding. My hero isn't found fighting crime in a comic book, nor is he paid millions for having the greatest dunk or hook. Daddy, you are my hero in the past, now, and forevermore. You are the sort of hero so many people wish for. One who is there in times of ups and downs. The best kind of heroes are the ones that stay around. My hero. So I have one other piece I would love to share with you in honor of Father's Day. For those of you who fathers have made that transition and are now one of the ancestors, I know that you're in my thought, that you're in my prayers this coming Father's Day. So I do have a piece for you. But before I do that, I do remember that I have another piece entitled "What Makes a Man." Now this one has not, I don't think it's been published it was not published in What Will I Tell My Children. What makes a man? What makes a man a man? Is it his masculinity, or is it his style? Could it be the serenity in his smile? Is it the way he talks, or does the answer lie in his swagger, creatively displayed in the way he walks? I believe what makes a man is the degree in which he affirms love for spirit, himself, his family, and community. Now that's a man in all his glory, with his smile, his walk, and his swagger, creating his own unique story. What makes a man? Jerome, my brother, good to see you, man. Great to see you. The next piece is a piece entitled Papa Don't Cry, as I stated before. For those of you who fathers have made that transition from elder to ancestor, you're in my thoughts, you're in my prayers, and know that that he's right there with all of us, all right? Papa Don't Cry. Papa don't sing no more, now the angels sing for him. I can hear him in the breeze as the leaves rustle in the wind. Papa don't hum no more, for the drums of life has ceased. He's moving to another consciousness, surely he rests in peace. Papa don't laugh no more, but his humor still lives here. His fairy tales is storytelling, which I hold so dear. Papa don't smile no more, 'cause he gave them all away, preparing for the wonderful journey he knew was his one day. Papa don't cry no more, for the tears are mine to bear. Papa left me with a loving heart, and now that is mine to share. Papa don't cry. So I wrote this probably around 2000 when my grandfather, Charles Brave Sr., made his transition. And some of this has truly been taken from him, because my grandfather was quite a storyteller, and there were some things, stories that he shared and he told that I was a grown man before I realized that he was actually just joking or cracking, cracking us to see how much we would believe. And I just realized reading this, where there's a whole line that says, "Papa don't hum no more." And I'm looking at the cup that I'm drinking out of, and it says, one line says, "I hum to my heart." And that was one thing I remember about my grandfather, is hearing him hum. My grandfather belonged to an AME church. I guess you would almost call it like a circuit church, because the minister was only there on the third Sundays, and he and his couple of his sisters and their children would attend this small wooden AME church that had an outhouse out back and actually still had a water pump out back. I remember that to the point of I was already driving, I think the last time when I had visited the church with my grandfather and my sister, and I think Sierra, my niece, may have already been born as well. Yeah, definitely. And so when I look back, I could just remember my grandfather humming, and my grandfather had a deep voice. And so putting this piece together and reading it this time of year always brings me joy. So that was Papa Don't Cry. So I do have something else I wanted to share. Uncle Alfred, I see that you're there. Good to connect with you. Thank you, my brother, for being with us. I'm loving the posting that you're putting on Facebook. Look, it's showing us style at any age. I appreciate you, Uncle. All right. So listen, I have something I want to share with you. You guys might have remembered, or might remember, that I think it was like about 4 months ago, I lost a very dear friend former co-worker to COVID and who lived in Washington, D.C. area. Those of you might know I've spent at least 10 years in the D.C. area. Well, Helen Marie White, she and I were very, very close friends, confidant, and I miss her dearly. And so these last few months, I have been working on a project to help me deal with it, and also to have something to share. And one of the things I did with you guys was that I wrote and shared a poem called "In This Chair," and I'm going to be reading that for you in just a moment. But I would like to also share with you that I actually had worked on a piece. I commissioned an artist to do a rendition. Helen was the cosmetology instructor at the school I worked at in DC. And so I asked I commissioned an artist to do a particular piece for me to go along, a visual adaptation of what I imagine the poem would be saying if it was visual. So what I'm about to do is turn the camera around so that you can see his rendition. I worked with a graphic artist to pull it all together. I have these pieces, and they will be on my website as of this weekend. I've just gotten it back from the printer. I just had it framed, and I framed it simply so that you can see the magnificence and the magnitude of the piece. All right, so just bear with me for just a second. I'm going to turn you around. Let's get this out of the way. And this is his rendition of "In This Chair." And I'm going to leave you there looking at it while I read the piece "In This Chair." And it reads, "In this chair, marriages are saved, children are raised, homes are bought, lessons are taught. In this chair, tears are dried, the young has died, the sick is healed, the promise revealed. In this chair, children walk on stilts, patches made into quilts, recipes are shared, wines are paired. In this chair, fear is faced, dreams are chased, money is invested, theories tested. In this chair, communities are sustained, generational curses unchained, politicians held accountable, hunger surmountable. In this chair, grievances are aired, broken hearts repaired, spirits are raised, and God Almighty be praised. In this chair." I'm going to turn you back around. So that's how I've been spending my last 4 months, celebrating one of the most magnificent, most beautiful spirits to ever walk this earth. And I look forward to signing this piece and this weekend getting it to her husband and family in Washington, D.C. I want to thank the artist who worked with me and the graphic artist who worked with me to get this to this point. I also want to thank my godson who pushed me to get the project finished, because as you could imagine, having such a close connection with someone to work on a piece like this was emotionally draining for me. But my godson made sure he brought me back around to it, and I am so proud of myself for moving past what my heart was feeling to produce this piece, and I couldn't be more grateful for the turnout of In This Chair. My brother Andre, I see you. My sister Vane Andre, I see you, sis. And we'll be talking really soon. So I thank you all. I am going to, let me double check. I think I have covered all of the poems, but I am going to close out with a different poem other than My Dwelling Place Today. I did this piece a couple of days ago, and it may stick with us for a few more Wednesday Wisdom Poetry. Savannah, no, you're not late. My darling, you are right on time. Know that. Remember who I am. Remember who I am in all that I do. Remember that I have never forsaken you. Remember those times you struggled to pay your rent? Money appeared from nowhere. You said it was heaven sent. Remember the feeling of loss with a loved one now with me. You finally accepted with your heart that their spirit is finally free. Take a moment to remember when you were feeling ill. Who do you think put the power of healing in that liquid or that pill? Pause to recognize whenever you're running late. I may have slowed you down because I alone know your fate. Slow down and listen so we can communicate and speak. Whatever message I'm giving you is specific to you and unique. But most of all, remember the love I have for you. It does not change from day to day or whatever seasons we go through. Remember who I am. So that's what we have this week for Wednesday Wisdom Poetry. And I usually wait until after a birthday the following week to do a shout out. But because this birthday is tomorrow, I want to go ahead and do a shout out to one of the greatest first cousins ever, to my cousin Aaron T. Butts Sr. Cuz, you go ahead and enjoy your birthday on tomorrow. We love you, got you in our hearts. Thank you just for being a magnificent brother. And coming up, I know you'll be celebrating Father's Day and everything, but just know I'm so glad that your birthday is so close to that as well. So thank you so much for being with me and just being a part of my life. All right. So listen, I'm going to go ahead and close out. Thank you so much. I love you. There's nothing that you could do about it. You can try, but God will never give you that much power that you cannot give and receive the love that I have for you. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to scroll because I want to make sure I at least said hello to everybody. And I think I got this covered today. I surely do. I don't think there's anything else that I need to cover. So I will see you all on next week, Wednesday. Please be sure to share the video on your page. All right, that will help with the algorithms. And I will also be posting this to YouTube. You can always just Google me or just put my name in for YouTube so that you can share the Wednesday Wisdom Poetry with those persons who may not have Facebook. So you can text it to them or email it to them. It'll be your choice. All right. So thank you so much. I really do appreciate you. I am Sharaledon Brave, and I will see you on next week, Wednesday. Take care now.